Hey, hello. This video is for the purpose of testing this SH-101. I'm gonna demo first the keys, then the portamento bender section, the guitar section as well. Then I'm gonna do short sequence, test the arpeggio, legato, the transpose. Then at the end, I'm gonna do all the parameters on the top, and I'm gonna finalize testing all the in and outs right here, the CV gate, the external clock, all that good stuff. And okay, regarding things to consider, the portamento between level 1 and 3, kinda, it's not hard per se, but it's definitely not smooth. And but after that, it becomes really smooth to the point that it's actually a little wiggly. It's not coming out or anything like that, but definitely something to consider. Volume. Somebody took this out at some point, and it goes from -1 to 9. So that's just a matter of opening the keyboard, synthesizer, and adjust that. Other things to consider. You can see these 4 faders are not the original ones. As a matter of fact, I do have the faders for the source mixer. These are the 4 faders. These 4 faders go here. These ones don't have faders. But anyways, I kind of move them around. And finally, AD and S are a little hard to move. Nothing crazy, but when compared to the other ones, they're a little hard. And D is a little bent. So something to consider. I'll take some photos and all of that. What else? Oh yeah, this has like a little chip, this key at the bottom. I'll take a photo as well. Other than that, this synthesizer is in excellent conditions. And yeah, let's start testing it. Okay, I'm gonna just hear this ADSR, and I'm gonna do the main testing with the frequency all the way up, resonance all the way down, and okay. Okay, I do have a little bit of reverb by the way, so let me turn that off. That's without the reverb. And by the way, the sound is coming out of the output and into what it's a preamp into my modular system, into a mixer, and then going into a tascam digital recorder, and that's what you're hearing. Okay, now let's use this transpose. Works well. Now let's use the saw. I'm gonna test the range. No noise. I had a little bit of noise. This noise. No noise now. As you can see, everything works. Transpose works well. So you have a total of, I guess, 5, 6, 7 octaves. Plus, you can go with the sub oscillator 2 octaves lower than the lowest octave selected by range and transpose. So that will be. So that will be the lowest that you can get. Okay, alright. So that's it for the keys. All the keys work well. Let's test the bender. To test the bender, the best way, in my opinion, is by going to the middle of the frequency here. Let's test first. The bender can be a mix of filtering action and also, I guess you can mix that with the VCO tuning. Right now I only have the opening the filter, as you can see. I'm just bending to open the filter, not to close the filter. Here, I'm gonna remove the modulation of the filter. Open, middle, closing the filter. So it works well. Now let's do a little bit of action on that VCO with no filter modulation. All the way. So that drops a couple of octaves or something. Up as well, significantly. Anyways, I typically leave it between 2 and 3. And all the way up on the VCF. Now let's try the LFO modulation. That's like some vibrato effect, more pronounced. If you want to change the speed of that frequency, you can just mess that using this fader. Anyways, as you can see, the bender section works well, the LFO works well. Now, the guitar as well, pretty much you can do the LFO modulation by pressing a button that it's on the side. Here. Or you can also do the bender modulation just going up though, by spinning this wheel here. So that's how it works. Everything works. Now let's test the portamento. So the way I like it, I always leave it on auto. Of course, you have the off and the on, options, but I like it on automatic because you can, right now it's not activating it, but if there is some overlap between two notes, you can hear it more pronounced. There you go. A little bit is good. Off. Now always on. That's always on and it works well. You can exaggerate. It's very long. Anyways, that works great. Watch out if you have headphones. I'm gonna test the volume. There is no added undesirable noise or anything. Check it out. No additional hiss, no nothing. Now let's add a little bit of saw. Finally, the sub oscillator. Everything works well. Now let's do the sequencer. I don't know what's going on there, but that's a crazy sequence. Let's do a new sequence because that was crazy. Okay? In order to add portamento to the sequence. You gotta keep it on. Automatic is not gonna work, because there's no overlap. But in on is always on. Bender works when running the sequence, and you can also transpose. So there you go. The sequencer works well. Here's where you control the tempo. You can obviously do it externally as well. But anyways, enough. The sequencer works well. You can do up to 64 steps or maybe more, I don't know. Anyways, now let's do the arpeggiator. Let's go down. Similar to the sequencer, you need to mess with the LFO rate to get the tempo. You can also do it externally. Up and down. Let's go up. You can add as much as you want. Okay, now let's do the tune right here. Tune is instrumental when with the VCO here as well. That way you can fine tune whatever you need, because if I move it changes, right? And this is connected to the bender, of course. So you adjust this, and then you go to your tuner to fine tune your synthesizer. Alright, let's test the LFO modulation with the VCO. Square wave. Let's try it one way. Random. And noise. We're gonna turn off the reverb. We already tested the range. Let's go to the pulse width modulation here. I already tested the source mixer. sub oscillator, 1 octave, 2 octaves down, and alright, that works well. The frequency, I've been messing with it. The resonance. The envelope affecting the VCF. The keyboard. And finally, my favorite, the modulation on random. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Now, let's go to lower the volume a little bit, and alright, VCA, open the VCA using the envelope, short attack, long attack, attack and decay only, Okay, everything seems to work fine. Oh, opening the VCA with a gate now. So this basically means that, you press, you send a gate, you don't press, there's nothing. Oh, let me turn off the reverb. Okay, so that's it. Modulation. Pretty much is a trigger. Then LFO. if you keep it on LFO, you can use the LFO as a looping envelope or something. Anyway, that's the difference. Anyways, so that's it for now. Okay, let's really quick check on the CV in and CV out. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna get some patch cables here. Let's do CV out first. That is not the SH-101 tone. What you're listening to, it's a macro oscillator that I have on my eurorack, and I'm controlling it with the CV and gate out. So that's the gate, sending gate information to an envelope on my rack system. What can you control with CV and gate out? The transpose works well, and the sequencer, of course. I don't think anything else works. Oh yeah, and the arpeggio. And that's by design, by the way. You can use the transpose, sequencer, arpeggio, and the keys. That's pretty much it. Let's demo the arpeggio. I'm gonna lower the volume. Oh wait, it's actually the volume of the oscillator, the other oscillator, external one. So the range will work only with the VCO that is internal to the SH-101. It will not work with anything external. And that is by design, okay? This range belongs to the SH-101. But this works well. Portamento doesn't work. And that's also by design. Same for the vendor. Everything is connected to, it's all patched internally to work with this VCO, with the exception of transpose, sequencer, arpeggiator, and what I just tested. That's by design, it works well. Anyways, let's test CV and gate in now. And I am going to use an external sequencer that is the SQ1, a core external sequencer. CV and gate. Well, that's a horrible sequence, but it works. I don't have a quantizer going on right now, so it's just pretty much unquantized, I guess. Anyways, that's a sequencer. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. As long as you don't plug anything on the external clock in, this still kinda affects your the modulator clock still works. The moment you plug something onto external clock in, that doesn't work anymore. that's the test. Oh wait, let's use the external clock in. So for that, I guess we can keep it plugged. Sync out from the Borg XQ1 into the clock. Now the LFO clock rate is synced to the time of the sequencer. Okay, that is not true. So that's not how it works. It's only for the sequencer, I guess, for this sequencer. So the external clock in affects the sequencer and the arpeggio. Let's test that. There you go. That's the sequencer timing being affected by the clock in the SQ1 through the external clock in. Okay. So you still have the freedom to use the LFO at the speed that you want. I am using the sequencer, the internal sequencer, not the external, but I'm using the clock from the external sequencer. That's the SQ1 clock, increasing, not decreasing. So as you can see, everything works. The whole pedal, let's test that really quick. Okay. There you go, that's the whole pedal right there. Let go. So, yep, that's pretty much it. And the headphones work well. And I use for power a TC Electronic 12 volt that can provide up to 500 milliamps. All you need is 300 milliamps, 9 to 12 volts, center negative. I can include this one. I have the original one, but it's broken, so yeah, whatever. I'm gonna throw that one in the garbage. Batteries, I'll take some pictures of the battery storage. Batteries work, or the unit works with battery, better said. And as you may know, you need to unplug this, then put the batteries, and then you can use it as a guitar. If you're gonna use the CV out or in while using it as a guitar, I highly recommend you to use very long cables or Bluetooth cables. That way you're not dancing around like Trans X or whatever and suddenly trip on a cable. And anyways, yeah, so that's the demo. I'll take some photos, and like I said, everything works. The only things that need to be considered, you need to adjust this volume. Maybe I don't know. This might need to be like clean or whatever. Reinstall. Same for AD and S. D is a little bent, and this for faders. That if you want to buy the OGs, yeah, you can pay $300 for that. I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for your time.